The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
The linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle. You look at this Browns defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And he's got room. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 45 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Murray now running right on the option. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. Big impact play, a tackle for loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Murray going to throw. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. To throw is Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
First 6, 54.
Watson now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 22.
And the Browns, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st down, Watson. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 34 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. The Browns at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd down and 8. Here's Watson. And, oh, that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns. York able to send this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. You look at this Browns defense. They were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Watson looks to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Browns 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Watson on 1st down. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Again, it's Watson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku from 6 yards away. And the Browns have taken the lead. Now Cade York for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry for James Conner. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Myles Garrett showing that athleticism as he gets in to make the play. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there. And got his man complete. And that timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Watson. And his throw here is incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is in running back drop.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chuba Hubbard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. To throw is Murray. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. But he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. B.J. Ojulari in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Watson. Under pressure, they got him again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
54's down, he's coming.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
Cade York on for the Browns field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know, they're going to try to get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look at a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. Down to the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Greg Dortch returning, taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 7. Murray now to throw. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Touchdown, Cardinals! Hollywood Marquise Brown as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Prater for the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
24!
On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown! Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Come back.
A final shot before half from Murray. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working wrong for you well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
They go up the middle with Chubb. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Faking the give. Now Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Watson's throw pulled in by Melton. And he'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more yards now go around, a first down as well.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Chubb is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. With that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
On second down, they'll run it here. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So their move is to decline that so they don't get another second down. It'll be third.
So that has to tell us that they're pretty confident in their third down defense, right?
Absolutely.
Whether it's a sub package or nickel package, whatever they want to run out there, they feel like they can defend here on third down.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Cleveland offense ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On second down, here's Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Watson. And that will be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback, because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here, complete.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
First down, Murray. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left. Roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the
touchdown, Cardinals! A great play there. 38 yards. And the Cards are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now down to 20.
41. Cardinals 21. Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. On first down, it's Watson. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 15 more yards there and quickly another first down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Watson's throw taken in by Cooper here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Watson off play action. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
It's now second and 19 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, here's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Moore. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame him?
And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns had 6 to their lead. Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up, a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half is pretty much... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Come back.
On second down, here's Murray. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Murray with a 3rd and long. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Now Murray's got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. For the Browns, good good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
Go!
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson can't get away, and he's taken down. B.J. Ojulari able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Browns send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
114 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Right back to him on 1st down. Gets through, and now an opening. Through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Cardinals are able to cut into that deficit. Prater for the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. And Watson's going to throw it here. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
At the 18-yard line.
Here's Watson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
That's on the Pro Bowl guard, Joel Bitonio.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Browns. Bo Melton with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns as his guys have opened opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea with the top speed